Aloha and a warm welcome to another weekly update of vacation rentals here on Oahu. My name is Bryan with Puna Real Estate. And another pretty good week for new activity with 13 new listings. Definitely not as busy as the past 2 weeks, but I still consider that good activity for new listings. Also had 9 sold transactions. One was financing, the rest was cash. And for new listings, a few really interesting ones, a couple that did raise my eyebrows, which I'll cover in a few moments. And let's just start with this one over Island Colony. And just a reminder for all the buildings that I covered this week, except for Ritz-Carlton or Kalahi, which is a Trump Tower. If you go into the video description of this video, there's going to be Airbnb links to quality units in all these buildings, so you can kind of get an idea what nightly rates are. So to begin, we have the studio over Island Colony on the 8th floor, 308 square feet, price of $365. Has golf course, marina, city views. Pretty quality unit here, nice and clean. And in my opinion, it's priced pretty well. Looks like you have a little damage here in the popcorn ceiling. A few things I'd definitely do if I own this unit. I'd change where the refrigerator is and this little kitchenette table here. I don't think it works too well. And I would definitely enclose this. Let's make it a little cleaner for guests. These units have nice spacious lanais. Here's the pool deck here for Island Colony. There you go. Pretty nice. Might be a little high, but I think it's probably going to escrow right around that price point. Next, we have a 1-bedroom over at Cabana At Waikiki. It's a 1-bed, 1-bath, no parking. Definitely on the smaller size for 1-bedrooms in Waikiki. 365 square feet. Price at $400,000. City views. This is just a small, very boutique walk-up building located on the Diamond Head side of Waikiki, right here for Cartwright. I'm a fan of it, even though it's a really basic building. I love the proximity. It's on a side street here. There's just some great restaurants. Just overall, I just really like the location. And pretty nice unit here. Based on comps, they priced it a little high. So I'm guessing this is probably going to sell in the upper threes, just based on the sold comps. But these 1-bedrooms really don't come on the market too often. And you're not going to get much view from the lanai. This is actually one of the better views I've seen from units over at the Cabana. And for 1-bedrooms, usually looking at Airbnb listings and seeing some financial statements, seems they usually do about $4,000 to $5,000 a month. And in the video description, I did put a link of a unit that is currently asking $240 a night. So this is really the only barbecue area. And right behind this photo, or to the left of this photo, is a parking garage. There is parking for maybe about 10 vehicles. So you can see pretty basic, but I do think that'll probably go in the escrow pretty quickly. Next, we have the studio. We're on the 5th floor at Marine Surf Waikiki. Actually, it's larger than the 1-bedroom we just covered at 392 square feet, priced at $524,500. And there's been a lot of new listings over at Marine Surf lately. However, at this time, there's only 3 units total currently available for acquisition. Monthly dues, what it covers here. Overall, a pretty nice unit. Still has a popcorn ceiling. I would definitely refurnish it a little bit. And I'm never a big fan of having the transition here between tile and whatever type of flooring. I'd rather have it consistent throughout the unit. And I know some people like the mirrors. I'll leave that up to you. But as I mentioned last week, this is one of the rare buildings that have studios where the studios have full kitchens, so you can get the best financing. But based on comps, that's a pretty good price there. Ritz-Carlton to the studio, 400 square feet on the 15th floor, price at $580,000. Then moving over to Kalahi, formerly the Trump Tower, studio, 559 square feet on the 12th floor, price at $720,000. Again, if you have any questions regarding Kalahi or Ritz, just contact me directly. I don't go into detail with these units because they just don't really make appealing investment opportunities for most investors. Waikiki Banyan. This is on the 29th floor in Tower 1, the Makai Tower. Unit does come with parking, 533 square feet, price at $795,000. A year ago, I would have thought they were crazy to be asking this price point, but just based on comps now, when I saw this pop up, I thought, not a bad opportunity. Here's your views here, monthly fees, everything it covers. Unit definitely needs to be remodeled, but this is a pretty stellar view from the Banyan. I really like this stack, and you're gonna get, trust me on this one, I've experienced myself, clients have experienced it, is that once you get on the lanai, these views are way better than the photos. But pretty much this whole unit has to be fully remodeled. One good thing is that there's no asbestos in the popcorn stone at Banyan. And you can do a really quality remodel for $50,000 to $70,000. And comparable units that are turnkey, really nicely remodeled, have been selling right around up to $900,000 with these kind of views in this building. There's 2 buildings at Waikiki Banyan, so I'm guessing that's going to go into escrow pretty quickly. Another one over Waikiki Banyan. This is over on the 32nd floor, but this is in Tower 2, the Malka Tower. 1 bed, 1 bath with parking, 557 square feet. Price at $849,000. This is a nice unit, but with mountain views, they're pushing the price here. Incredible views. So I have some clients who own on the 28th floor mountain view in Tower 2, and Hawaii with the trade winds coming over from the windward side. You'll get a lot of clouds, rain here. So throughout the day, you can sometimes see numerous rainbows all along the mountains here. It's a really stellar view, mountain view, in my opinion. And some people seem to prefer it over the ocean-facing units. Nice and clean. And this is eastward facing. You're going to get some great sunrises, very beautiful. So definitely kind of minimalist furnishings, but very clean. I'd be curious to see guest reviews on this unit if people just like the minimal furniture. But I do think that's a little high, but we'll see once it sells. Ilikai, this is a 1 bed, 1 bath, 500 square feet on the 22nd floor, $865,000. 41 stack. I really like this stack. Has some of the best views in my opinion. Yeah, wonderful. But as I've mentioned many times in these videos, is that if you own on the 22nd through 25th floor or the 2nd floor, if you do nightly rentals and do not use the hotel's management services, you're required to use the hotel's house cleaning and maintenance services, and it really increases your operating expenses. So I always advise my clients not to own on those floors, and generally the units sell for a lot less than any other floor that don't have those restrictions. But amazingly, some people have paid over $800,000 for some units on these floors, just because you have the views are just stellar and the units are in quality condition. So me personally, I think that's a very high price, but I would not be surprised to see if it sell around here, but I would think more likely in the low 800,000s. Ritz-Carlton, a 1 bed, 1 bath, 738 square feet on the 20th floor, priced at $1.075 million. Ilikai Marina, 1 bed, 1 bath on the 18th floor, which is top floor, 651 square feet. And this is one of the units that really caught my attention. So they're asking $1,880,000 for it. These people bought this unit back in October of 2022 for $835,000. It was originally listed for $999,000, which if you go back to my video, I just stated that was really pretty unrealistic price. And the highest selling unit at Ilikai Marina ever is $875,000. So they're really pushing this price point. And these owners also own 4 units currently listed at the Banyan, Waikiki Banyan. If you look at those units and this one, they're all very similar remodeled. I mean, did a really quality job. Very tastefully done. I just, I'd be reluctant to pay over $1 million. And no parking in this building, but you can rent parking on site. It's, I think, $170 a month, I think, right now. And this building does have stellar views, unobstructed ocean, marina views, but the lanais just aren't very spacious. There's not enough room to really put chairs out there and relax. Here's Magic Island here. It's a good shot. So we'll see. I just think that's too high in my opinion. Going back to Ilikai, this is a beautiful 2-bed, 2-bath on the 4th floor, 1,000 square feet, price at $1.55 million. So this one was purchased back in June of 2022 for $1.06 million. Now, beautifully remodeled. I mean, this is a stellar 2-bedroom. My concerns is one, it's on the 4th floor. So you're gonna get a lot of Ilikai, this is a 2-bed, 2-bath on the 4th floor, 1,000 square feet, price of $1.55 million. This is really a beautiful unit. These owners bought this unit back in June of 2022. They purchased it for $1.06 million. Did a beautiful job in remodeling. And this unit's caught my attention on Airbnb quite a few times. I checked rates for August and they're asking a little over $700 a night, but I've seen rates usually vary between $500 to $700 per night. But I love the beams, the exposed beams here and the light, recessed lighting. The big challenge is that you're on the 4th floor. You're going to be dealing with a lot of street noise, even some pedestrian noise. There's a lot of walkers that pass right by here. But they definitely spent considerable amount of money upgrading this unit. I've yet to get in it. It's booked all the way through July 22nd, but I definitely want to tour this unit in person. Very quality, but you can pick up a 2-bedroom oceanside for a couple $100,000 more. And I would definitely recommend that versus going for this unit on the 4th floor, front entrance, street side. So Waikiki Beach Tower, this is a 2-bed, 2-bath, almost 1,100 square feet on the 19th floor, priced at $2.2 million. These units have great views located right on Kalakaua Avenue, pretty much in the heart of Waikiki. Check this out though. I want to definitely highlight this, your monthly fees. Does include electricity, but very, very expensive. And this unit, I would think it would have to be refurbished to get the maximum, kind of maximize the monthly income. But in current condition, you could definitely rent it out as is. And being in this stack, you obviously got this, your views obstructed a little bit, but still you're going to have pretty quality ocean views. And this is tight here, this really narrow galley kitchens. This is, a lot of people open this up, which just adds a much bigger appeal to the unit to have a larger open kitchen. And just based on the stack this unit's in and the condition, I think 2.2 is pushing the price a little bit. And last new listing, or Ritz-Carlton, is a 3-bed, 3-bath on the 33rd floor, a little over 1,300 square feet, $2.8 million. Now moving on to sold, Kalahi studio on the 14th floor, 260 days on the market, sold for $350 cash. Pacific Monarch studio on the 32nd floor. This unit and the next unit at Pacific Monarch both sold off market. 356 square feet, 700,000. Oh boy, I'm honestly shocked. I think there's a pretty high probability that the seller might regret paying this kind of price for a studio. Could be wrong, at least in the short term. I don't see how the numbers work. Off-market transaction and the next unit, same thing on the 31st floor, same size square footage. That's just shocking. I'm kind of speechless. I would take the 1.4 and go over to Ilikai and buy a 2-bedroom. Have better views, better building, in my opinion. Really remarkable. Kudos to the seller. Kalahi, 1 bed, 1 bath, 795 square feet, 13th floor, 710,000. Waikiki Banyan Tower 2 on the 19th floor. This is kind of a good comp to the new listings. So mountain views, obviously, 715,000. Kalahi on the 32nd floor. It's a 2 bed, 2 bath. 302 days on the market, sold for 1.27. Beach Villa is nice 2 bed, 2 bath. 232 days on the market, sold for 1.91. Trump Tower, Kalahi, 2 bed, 3 bath on the 36th floor, sold for 2.1. And last new listing, a 2 bed, 2 bath over Waikiki Beach on the 27th floor, sold for 2.3 million cash. Way better views than the new Waikiki Beach tower that came on the market this week. This one was in comparable condition, but you can see for this price point, you get way stellar views. And there you have it for this week. As always, thank you for watching my channel. If you have any questions at all, contact me anytime. And again, we have a new property management division called Island Stays Hawaii. So if you're looking for premium vacation rental management services, me and my partners would be happy to serve you. Take care, and until next time, aloha.